From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Shenk with your headlines for Tuesday, October 21st. It's the third crash near Beatrice in just 3 days. Last night, a major accident left multiple people injured and shut down all lanes. The crash happened just after 7:40 p.m. at Highway 77 in Hickory Road. Beatrice police telling us this afternoon one vehicle was rear-ended, sending it into a ditch, while the second car crossed the median and hit a third vehicle. At least 5 people were hospitalized. Alcohol may have been a factor, though no citations have been issued. In the air, minutes after departing for Los Angeles, a SkyWest flight operating as American Airlines returned to Eppley for an emergency landing. Officials say pilots lost communication with the cabin crew and heard banging on the cockpit door, raising fears of a break-in. They later determined an intercom had been left on, blocking communication. The plane later continued safely to LA. The FBI is now joining the search for 9-year-old Melody Buzzard of California, who may now be in Nebraska. The search began a week ago after a school administrator reported her absence. Investigators say her mother, Ashley Buzzard, has not been cooperative. They believe she may have driven Melody out of Santa Barbara County in a rental white Chevy Malibu, possibly as far as here in Nebraska. A man convicted of killing a Columbus woman and dumping her body in a Clay County field is set to be sentenced November 26th. A judge set that date today following a mental evaluation hearing for 36-year-old Anthony Madison. He was convicted in August of second-degree murder in the 2022 shooting death of 25-year-old Jasmine Garnett after entering a plea. Madison faces the possibility of life in prison. Nebraska Secretary of State Bob Evnen is asking a judge to pause a lawsuit over whether he must turn over the state's voter data to the federal government. The Nebraska Examiner reports Evnen is citing the ongoing government shutdown, saying the delay would allow continued talks with the Justice Department on protecting voter privacy. His motion also confirms he would not send any data during the lawsuit. The motion hasn't been ruled on just yet, but is expected to be approved. A controversial announcement by the Trump administration, potentially buying beef from Argentina to lower U.S. prices, is raising concerns in Nebraska, the nation's top beef-producing state. The Nebraska Farm Bureau warns importing South American cattle to artificially lower prices could hurt local ranchers. Senator Deb Fischer echoes those concerns, saying the administration should prioritize American ranchers and fair trade. Senator Ricketts adds the focus should be on market-based solutions, not imports, as Nebraska ranchers are making money for the first time in years. All 3 officials say they've reached out to the White House. New SNAP rules that went into effect yesterday are raising concerns for refugees and other vulnerable populations in Nebraska. The changes remove exemptions for non-citizens, veterans, homeless individuals, and those aging out of foster care. They also require adults 18 to 64 to work and cut the eligible age for dependent children to 13. Refugees on humanitarian parole, like Alex, a Ukrainian who fled the war in 2023, are now caught in limbo. Unable to work while waiting for parole renewal, Alex was denied SNAP benefits. He asked to remain anonymous, fearing retaliation from immigration officials.
The reason you do not meet the citizenship and or qualified immigrant status for SNAP. I'm here. I'm legal. I'm just waiting answer for my apply.
A local nonprofit warns the new rules will strain their resources.
We will do everything we can, but we don't have endless financial resources to just go out and buy groceries. The food pantries also are facing astronomically increased demand.
About 2,500 Ukrainians in Omaha and Lincoln, along with other immigrant families, could be affected. Hall adds even an Omaha family caring for a father with multiple sclerosis has lost SNAP eligibility. Switching gears now to some much lighter news. West Lincoln Elementary Principal Scott Schwartz got a surprise he won't forget. Greeted with cheers, signs, and tears, he was celebrated for 21 years as principal, the longest at a single building in LPS. Students honored him with high fives, cake, and heartfelt notes. Schwartz, who spent 23 years at West Lincoln, says his students and staff are what keep him coming back every day. Rounding out your night beat is a check of the 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.